Hiscox started its journey about 5 years ago, where we pulled together some automation experts to start automating the CI and CD processes around some of our systems. It got really interesting, I think, about 3 years ago when we started to move into the cloud. We've pulled together some automation experts alongside operations specialists, people from networks and DBAs and all those kinds of disciplines, and we've started to teach those people about the automation. I think what's going to happen next is where it's going to get really tricky. We're about to go into the space of handing the control over to our operations teams using code, best practices for quality in code and all those kind of things. The main challenges as we transition has been around giving people the skills that they need to be able to do their jobs in a different way. As we start to bring our operations people on board, there's an awful lot for them to learn. They need to start to learn about code, source control, how to manage code. They need to think very differently about their world. They need to stop protecting the servers and the systems and start understanding that they're just going to be fully disposable. Working with third parties has been quite interesting, especially when we're looking at buying tooling for the actual estate as we move into the cloud. When we introduce new tools, we're asking people to give us many copies potentially of something like a firewall, for example. Instead of having one monolithic firewall to rule them all, which is the old way of thinking, we're having to talk to vendors and say, I want 16 of those and I don't really want to have to pay 16 times as much. I think getting their licensing models in place and pushing them to enable the automation that we're trying to get hold of is probably our biggest challenge.